Could not have put it better myself than Duggan's comment there. Gents, great to be back. Yes, we're here. Touch wood, we're going to be eliminated all technical queries, and we're ready to kick off season 15 of still, in my opinion, the greatest nostalgia fantasy football content available anywhere on the internet. Yes, the Super League is back. We have new managers, new transfers, new tactics, and a new season. As I put in our group chat the other day, the time for talking is done. The time for action is now. I have to say thank you very much to everyone who over the last few days has sent a lot of positive comments about the new season. Now it's upon us. With everything that's gone on in the background about how the game is going to look for the new season and different people having different ideas, I'm pleased to say that everyone seems to be singing from the same hymn sheet as we enter game week 1. I also want to thank everyone for the positive feedback with regards to late limbs. Smuts is, to be fair to him, he's putting the most work on that particular venture thus far. But I'm pleased to see and hear it's getting a positive reaction. And it's something that we're going to look to continue. I think we've said now that the season's back running properly, we're going to try and record them on a Wednesday night ahead of that week's 2 games. But we'll see how it pans out. But yes, thank you very much. It means a lot to both of us that people are enjoying it. Looking in the comments, Dimble's here. We've seen Rob, we've seen Ian, we've seen Doug, and good evening to you all. Ross. Feels actually surreal being back, says Tato. It does actually. Does the defending champion go first? Nothing more I would like than to get absolutely pumped first match of the season. We'll see. We'll see. There's Rocks. It's the running order as per the fixture list. Game week 1, we just kind of let it flow, to be fair, mate. See what happens. Let the game decide. But hope you're looking forward to your first season as a Super League manager. Speaking of someone who's not their first season, but I'm sure just excited to be back. There's Jamie. Dimble, good to be back. Steve, good evening as well. Yes, Baskin is podcasty excellence. Evening, Mike. And exit. I seem to have a new thing on StreamYard where I can sort of see people who are joining on X. So, for example, Carl Milligan, it says you've joined. So good evening, and I hope you enjoy the product. I'd take an early one if workable. Let's see what we can do. And of course, someone else returning, evening Jens, who says, evening lads, and welcome to the year of the Vikings. Welcome, Chris, as well. I hope you enjoy. And of course, as we always say, as much as the Super League is for the managers to enjoy, and we've built a little community here, it is for everyone. So if over the coming days, weeks, months, you have content ideas or creative ideas for whether the main show like this or the spin-off podcast, do let us know. We've had some people talk to me, and I think Smuts has as well, doing different design pieces or ideas for stuff we can do. So by all means, let us know, because ultimately it is a game for everyone, and we want everyone to feel involved. So any content ideas, creative ideas, if you're good on like Canva or all these other design apps, video apps, then we'd love to hear from you. But that's enough waffling from me. You lot just want the season to start. So let's welcome my co-commentator for today. He was here for my first show when I came back. He missed his own grand final for personal reasons, but with a Christmas tree very much in the background. Good evening, Ian. How are you?
How we doing, mate? I was trying to get a bit of stars in their eyes, smoke coming there, but don't know if you got the effect.
Yeah, it was a tepid effort, but it was appreciated nonetheless.
My lungs are a bit, I've got sparrow lungs, I'm afraid. I could have maybe got a bigger blow when I was 20 years ago. But I've got the Christmas tree in the background just to show that I'm not a Mormon. And ready to go, mate. Ready to fucking go. I might slowly move back as the show goes on, because my back's not what it used to be, so I'm sitting kind of awkwardly. But great to be back, mate. Seen all the content's been magnificent.
It has.
It really has. It's been superb. It's set up nicely, isn't it?
It is. And how excited are you to be back? It's been, 2 weeks since it started? Since the final. It seems, for a lot of people, it seems to have dragged. For me, it seems to have whizzed by. But I know that there's been, as the days have come closer, there's been more and more excitement. So how are you feeling on game week 1?
It always seems like, doesn't it? It seems like fucking purgatory. It's a wee bit like that gap between Christmas and New Year. It's just it fucking drags and you just die. But no, it's 2 weeks saying that. It seems mental. It seems like fucking 2 months, to be honest. But no, I'm disappointed, obviously, at the tail end of last season to lose the game. There's somebody phoning me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I also expect fucking technical fuck ups here, because it wouldn't be me without it. Just ready to go, mate. It is. I've seen new teams, got a couple of new back team staff involved, other people involved again. Scotty coming back, and Don Teflon, my man Donald, coming in. So I'm just ready to go. But we've not really done too much to the team, but we know it's fancied, which was a wee bit of surprise. There's not been that much done to the squad, but other guys have improved. So as I say, it's fascinating. It's just I'm just can't wait to see what everybody's going to. What's this? I was on a bus.
I'm saying Haggis has a house that lived on a bus.
It's actually as well. It's the fact, but the reason I was, as you well know, I was running a wee bit late. I've got to go and get the lads, my wee boys, packed lunch. So it's probably a shock that people know I'm allowed near children, and I do care for children, which is maybe a bit of a shock to some of the guys. But no, I mean, ready to go. I love the Super League. It's where it should be. It's in my opinion, the setup. It should be somebody solely, no like managers having the save. It's the fairest way I think it can be for everybody's peace of mind, my peace of mind. I'm just ready to go.
Well, Rox has asked for an early one, so never one to, not give the people what they want to an extent. Let's start with that one. And the big news coming out of Exiles is the brand new signing, Nicholas Anelka, is out for 3 months. Not the start Rox needs.
It's a biggie. It's his main man, isn't it? I mean, he's got Batistuta season 2, who can maybe get something out of it. But that aside, he's maybe banking on Louis Saha and Raul doing something. I think he'll be all right, to be honest. He's gone one at the back. My maybe concern would be if Nesta gets injured. I didn't think he would continue with that. I think he'd probably fucking. In fact, that's retract that. Rox would do. I don't know what fucking Rox would do, to be honest. But I think Melito's a good signing for them. I've seen that, and it's just fantastic for him to get a job. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of him. I know how he fucking operates. I know he's eye for a player. I really can't speak highly enough of the lad. He's been involved with Haggis for a few years now, which is mental in itself.
What are you expecting from Rox? I mean, he's already set his stall out early. He claims he's not necessarily here to be smashing records in terms of winning it with record points and stuff. What he wants is to be involved in the most goals in Super League history. But see, deep down, as much as that's the character, he will want to, he's waited a long time for this opportunity. He'll want to impress in his maiden season, won't he?
But listen, the thing with this is all these mad fucking formations and that, but the thing is, they can fucking work. I mean, he's not just doing it for the sake of fucking getting beat 5-0. He's doing this fully intent on fucking trying to win games. I mean, make no mistake about that. I mean, I know it's a bit raz, but we all know one at the back works. I mean, he's got 3 up front, which I'm not a big fan of. He might maybe pull one of them back, but again, I usually know how he works. This is him unleashed. When he was with Haggis, he was maybe reined in a bit with Marcel, but now he's just gone full fucking Tonto. But as I say, he knows the game inside out. He knows the players. He's got a system, and he's got players to fit that system. World class players. Nesta, more than capable of playing on his own at the back. Maybe more effective than what he's been in too. I mean, he's been horrific with Dragons, and my memory serves me right. He wasn't as good as what he should have been with Dragons, and he's maybe this is what he needs, just to be on his own, main man. He's a world-class player, but no, I've no worries about Excels for this season. I think they'll be there or thereabouts, and it's going to be exciting. That's his whole fucking purpose, and he certainly will be that.
For the purists, they're going to be sick of Rox doing this thing where all the players are in the wrong order on the screen, so no one knows who the fuck is where.
It is. It's nice to see you're allowing it, actually. I think Ryan maybe fucking clamped down on that one, but no, it's a wee bit different. It's fucking batshit crazy, so it's just going to form for Rox, innit? But I hope they do well this season. I really do, because he's a good lad.
Well, it's new manager versus returning new manager. Jamie, as we spoke about in the preview episode of Late Limbs, has done a fair amount of business, and his squad seems to be a lot more fancy than the one he took over. This is the team he goes with, and it has got quality throughout, but I don't think it's necessarily got that star power that certain teams have. What it does have is consistent, dependable quality.
See, I think he's absolutely, I think he's improved it, and there's any doubt about that. Business he's done is pretty fucking good, in my opinion. Brought in star players. It's obviously players he knows, like Boyer and that. The only area for me personally is if Pizarro fires, then he's fucking laughing, because Del Piero and Aymar in behind are good, but I think it's his attack is going to be the key to how Jamie's success this season, because Del Piero, I love him. I would play him all the time. Aymar, I just don't know where his best position is. Is it centre mid with an arrow? Is it free roll? Is it AM? Jamie's chucking him in there in a 2 in AM. It may well work, but that'd probably be my only concern, because he's got Boyer in midfield, his defensive midfield is class, and his centre backs are solid, and he's got one of the best keepers in the game. So again, I definitely think that basically the success is going to ride on whether Pizarro does anything or not. And I don't know what he's done the previous season. I don't think he's done much from memory, but I certainly think that's where the key will be for Los Santos. And Jamie's a fucking fantastic bloke. He's amazing on comms, and he's been there, done it. So two great managers. He's going to be a good lineup. And again, it's good for the league to have Jamie back involved. Absolutely.
So, first game of the new season, a manager that's promised to have the most goal involvements ever before against a manager who has been there, seen everything, and is back once again. What is the score going to be in the first game of the season?
It's got to be a 0-0, hasn't it? Has to be a 0-0. I mean, it's written in the fucking stars, isn't it? It's fucking 0-0. Nah, I think this will have goals. I think it'll be maybe a 3-2 to the away side, I think.
Okay. Well, it's an early yellow card for Lizarazu. Seeing Bowyer's name involved, and now Agat out on the right-hand side getting involved as well. Veron with a chance for the home side as they're starting to play a little bit of football themselves. Busy opening 10 minutes in this first game. No goals as of yet. As I say that, Raul on his debut opens the scoring for the home side, and they look for a quick-fire double. And there it is, it's Saha, but it won't count. Some LSK started strong, but the pressure is being firmly applied by the home side. Now, can they double their advantage? Before the break, a couple of opportunities, but they failed to convert, and we get to half time. Smut saying that he's been doing some testing. There's lots of red cards. Expect one here. And that first minute took ages to move off, says Steve. Rocks, without seeing anything, is going as is, but that looks very solid from them, doesn't it?
It does. It was a period there, where I thought Los Santos were in the game, but then it kind of just totally switched over, didn't it? It was pretty much all Excels. I think them not getting the second goal maybe gives Jamie a slight ray of light, but I would expect him to move his wing backs up, because I think this league, the way everybody's going with the wingers, I think it's maybe has to move for the times a wee bit there. But I mean, he's set his teammate. I mean, Lizard is doing, that's obviously fucking class, but he certainly has, I think he has to do something, because he's not had any shots on goal, and it looks like Excel is just, it's a case of how many, if he didn't do something to alter that, I think. So I would expect changes for Jamie here. Rocks as is, totally, anybody would do the same. I think he's just had a good first 45 anyway. And again, it's Raul scoring is big for him, because if he's going to have an Elka missing, he needs somebody else to step up, and if he can get Raul scoring, he's going to be laughing.
He's offloaded a lot of strikers in the transfer window as well.
I have no idea how many transfers we've done. I know it was fucking thousands. So we had loads lined up, but then like you put the kibosh on that, we're cancelling it. So we had about 10 deals that couldn't happen. So I think he was a bit upset with that. But no, again, he's going to be dangerous if he gets the guys running. I mean, it's all mad formations, but we know it works, and we've seen his home streams and that, so it can work. So it's ominous that he's got Raul scoring, I would say that much. But Los Santos certainly know out it. And again, I can't see the comments, but I'd expect Jamie to be having a look at something here.
Well, just here's Jamie's comment in now. So let's have a look at what's going on. He is making changes. He is reacting. So Kaluzhny off.
Makes sense.
For Tristan. Two up top. Like this. Longer arrows on the wing backs. That's it. I presume you want Power Central in as well, so I'll just do that for you.
I'd be tempted to pull Aymar back beside Boyer myself, but that's pretty. We had to do something, and that makes sense. Absolutely.
No, absolutely. It's certainly a reaction from Jamie. I'll just let him confirm that is how he wants it. It's an interesting point you make about dropping Aymar back as well. But it looks like he's going to go with the 2 AMs behind 2 strikers. Tristan will certainly add a bit more physicality up there, but can they get the ball up to them?
Well, I say he had to do something. I think it's maybe I like Pau. I really do. I think he's capable. As I say, I maybe would have been tempted to bring Aymar back, and maybe, I don't know. I like 1 AMC behind 2 strikers. A 2 behind 2 I don't think is really effective, but we'll see. He had to do something, and he's done it. So credit to him for reacting. So we'll see how it goes. But
he's happy with that. So on we go to 60. It's been an interesting first 45 of the season. Let's see what is to follow. LSK kicked off, but XR straight back on the attack, doing everything but score here, it seems, the home side. Costanza led to run free, but LSK failed to convert. And we reach the look at Raul there, 9 rating. Tamazi as well, impressing on his debut.
I'm just going to say now that you need to change that, because that's annoying me. That's fucking totally bamboozling me. The keeper being at the fucking whatever the fuck he is. It's not really good for your guys like me. It's fucking half-witted on comms, so that's no helpful.
Mac has joined in, evening Macca, who says Edwards has more stars in his badge than a long-serving McDonald's manager.
I like that.
Would you be, from what you've seen in that first hour, would you be making any changes if you were Exiles?
I don't think so. I mean, it's always a danger when he's sitting at the 1, but I think he's going to just roll. He would like the second, obviously, but Los Santos, I think if they're going to do it, they need to do it soon. I mean, I'm trying to have a look at his ratings there. 6, he's Boyer 6. Again, it's Aymar in that position. Jamie, fair play to him for just going for it, but I certainly didn't think we'll be seeing 2 behind 2 very often. I think that was just a reaction in this game. We'll see, but again, he's only 1-0 down, so anything's possible. But we'll see. Interesting final half hour.
One of you is really quiet, the other is really loud.
Is it me being really loud, is it?
I don't know if that's just a genuine comment on our characters, or if that's a technical query on the live stream. Oh yeah, look, that's Fyfie, move closer to the mic.
It's because I'm half blind.
Any better for you?
It's probably just because I'm shouting because I'm fucking blind and I'm huffing at something I've got up my phone, so that's probably the issue there. I'll keep it down a bit.
It's as if my mic isn't on. Hang on. If I move closer, is that better?
I think it's probably just me shouting, Fyfie, mate. That's probably making it the illusion that you're not loud.
And then you had to say, Campbell, move away from your mic. Everyone likes it. Don't worry about it. I think everyone likes a bit of the older ASMR voices, don't they? So we'll just start clicking and stuff down the microphones. Right. Back to business. Honcho off for Guerrero. Oh, he's going for it. He really is going for it. Guerrero in the middle of the AMs. That's it. I'll centralise Maldini. Presuming that's it.
See, I like that. I like that better than the 2 behind 2. See, I like that, Ken. I prefer that. So, this could be interesting.
Will it have the desired impact? Let's just wait for Jamie to confirm, because he's not said anything about an arrow, so I don't know if he wants an arrow on Guerrero.
Certainly going for it. Can't accuse him of
certainly can.
He been tentative here anyway.
It's been a good first game though, in my opinion.
It has. It's been entertaining. I mean, he's always been in the game. I think it's always had that feeling. Exiles probably they have dominated it, but Los Santos have just kept in it, and there was a wee Costanzo's always liable to chuck in a fucking howler. So again, but being 1-0, it is a wee bit on the knife edge here. So he's fucking going for it. What's up? Nice hoodie. Thank you, Donald. But it has been a good game, Fyfie. It has. Let's go.
And this is how we continue until the end. So still 1-0 to Exiles, but it's Los Santos that have made the changes. It still looks like the home side are dominating though. Still doing everything but score.
Sneaky. Can see them coming away here.
Slow it down with only 1 goal in it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's favourite. 5 to go. And here come the home side again. Can LSK force that one big chance? Batistuta! But as has been so often the case in his Exiles career, missing the target. Now Tristan. Del Piero. Terrible effort by Del Piero. We're into stoppage time. Are we going to get late drama? And it's Raul. Sorin. Loses out corner kick. Veron swings it in. Nesta! Raul intercepts.
Game over.
Sorin. Del Piero gets it. Free kick to Exiles. Looked harsh. Speaking of looking harsh, if I could side note, did anyone see Dallo get sent off for Man United today for two acts of petulance? He basically complained that the decision was wrong because he was right. The decision was wrong. They gave a throw into Liverpool when it was a Man United throw. And he complained and got booked. And then because he complained about getting booked, he got booked again and sent off.
Descent, fucking silly boy. Descent, man. Keep your mouth shut, man. Brian Clough would have been fucking raging.
20 attempts from Exiles.
Fucking hell.
Rocks he promised goals. We got 1.
What can I say, man?
Even I didn't predict 1-0 in this one. Good game, Jamie. Good game that. Low scoring as predicted. Nest is a beast. We've got Barthez with 1,400 saves. I also got a DM from Rox when he submitted his team, giving me the offer of fucking his mouth. He really wants to be fucked in the mouth, it seems.
All right.
Jamie's saying very poor from us. Lots to work on.
Nah, 20 shots on target. You didn't see that very often in the Super League. Barthez, I would imagine. Who's not? Is that Veron man of the match? It is.
Veron man of the match, yeah.
I think Barthez will be in a 9 regardless. Good ratings through the teammates. 7s. He's going to be happy with that, isn't he? Aymar, on the other hand. Rox will be happy. Jamie, not too disheartened, but again, if you can't nail down that formation early doors, you might be struggling a wee bit if you're chasing your tail a wee bit. Aymar might be something to look at, but no, a good opening game, mate.
Yeah, it's not a terrible away performance from LSK in terms of the player ratings, but you're looking at the likes of Aymar and Pizarro as two of the bigger players to have an impact on this team, and certainly needs more from them. But it is only game one, plenty of time yet. Let's move on and let's go to Stanley versus Foss Road. Speaking of Foss Road, here's Smuts with a very, very long message. Foss Road have done some interesting business and then proceeded to move some of the players who were touted as being first team regulars into the reserves on analysis of his team. The big news for the team that was, and if you remember, he widely said this is a season 2 team, so expect big things from them, is Maresca starts next to Vieira in defensive midfield. A brand new strike force of Cliver and Owen, both very capable, both with lackluster Super League records overall, really. But two of the best wing backs available. So this team looks like it could be very good, but you equally know they could be rank average.
Well, that's it. I mean, Clive and Owen on paper look fantastic. Riquelme is notoriously shit in the Super League. Van der Vaart I like, but again, I think Vieira is probably most effective on his own in that DM. Like Maresca, I think it's just a token gesture. I think he's going to be just running about like a fucking a 5-year-old during the game, doing absolutely fuck all. Vieira on his own in there. I think he maybe could have went with maybe with a flat 4 across the middle, Riquelme, Van der Vaart, something like that. But formation's a wee bit iffy for me. I hope he takes it seriously because he's got a really good side and he could definitely be challenging for the playoffs. He's got options up top. Santa Cruz is not too bad. Heskey scored for him last season as well, so he has got options. But again, if Clivert and Owen go to, I mean, I know that there was a rad stat about, was it either Owen or Clivert who scored loads, but he's just not really it for me. He doesn't really give much, either of them. But it's a good side. He's done some good business, and as you were saying, two of the best wing backs in the game. So he's certainly. He's not going to be bottom anyway.
Well, you say that, but there have been better teams to finish bottom.
That's very true. That's true.
Stanley have been remarkably quiet in the transfer window, just gone about their business. A lot of people predicting them to finish low, and even one of their new players is out for this first game. So what do you make of Red Rose Stanley in this game?
I think he's built a solid fucking side. I mean, it massively relies on fucking Shigalko. I mean, if Shigalko starts to score goals, he could be fucking, the sky's the limit really for him. But if he doesn't, he's maybe struggling a bit. Roberto Carlos, one of the best in there. Zanoni's good. Scally, Sand. I mean, it's solid. I mean, again, he didn't really need to do much, in my opinion. I mean, for like what he had available, he's obviously been happy. he's striker. He's settled on Shigalko, so he's maybe just put all his eggs in one basket, thinking he's got to start fucking scoring at some point. So I think they'll be there or thereabouts, a solid side. Again, and it just depends on the striker getting the goals. I think that'll be their main issue this season.
Do you think they've got enough on the bench?
Well, I can't even see it, so I would say
Neville, DiBiagio, and Mido for this evening.
I'll say he's not really got that. Who's he got an attack? I'm just trying to see here. Let's scan. Carlos Neville. He's looking at that as well. He's centre defence maybe a wee bit too light. Gary Neville and Ehiog, I know they're reasonable, but they're not top. Medina's a good young player. I like Wes
Brown, to be fair.
I like Wes Brown as well, mate. So that would probably be an option for me instead of Neville, to be honest. But again, maybe a wee bit young. He's got a decent side. I mean, I don't think he's, to answer your question, no, I don't think he's got enough to change games. But I know you love Mido, so we never know. But I don't think he's really got the depth that the other teams have got.
Yes, Mido and I have history. Score prediction, please, sir.
I'm going to go for an away win here, just a sneaky 2-1 away win, I think.
Smuts infamously had terrible away form last season. Will Enzo Maresca fix that for him this year? Maka commenting as well on the Foss team. Said earlier, there's a team in there, which Smuts has been talking up again. Season 2 team. This is where we are. Season 2 of this iteration. Season 15 overall. And there was a chance for Foss to take the lead. See Sigalka getting involved. San seems to be doing okay for the home side as we approach half time. And Larson, it's been disallowed. Zé Roberto was offside. 0-0 at the break. Certainly more even at half time than the first game.
I was just going to say that. It's just like two teams that were totally just cancelling each other out, totally two evenly matched sides. I mean, just having a wee bit of a more in-depth look at Stanley, it is quite a solid side. I mean, Robbie Carlos, it's all good established Super League players in there, so that's maybe a wee bit harsh on him. But no, he's 1-11 is good, but I think as you're maybe intimating, outside that 1-11, maybe not quite the depth or game-changing ability that he needs. And against Shigalko, no finding anything yet, but that's not to say he went in the second half. But Mike will be relatively happy with that, especially with the goal getting disallowed. He's going to be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Mac is saying this time last season Stanley had put 4 past me. I think Badgers had done about the same to me as well. Let's move over to the away side. Even the ratings are pretty similar.
Isn't it? I mean, Vieira on a yellow, maybe a wee bit of concern for Sod. You're never going to take him off though. Westerveld is a class keeper. I think if you get a decent keeper, it's half the fucking battle. I expect the second half to be similar again. Clivert on a 6, Owen on a 7 again. Is he going to take off Clivert for Santa Cruz? Possibly something to look at, but it's going to be close, this one. I think one goal will win it either way.
Both managers going as is at half time. Let's resume the action then and see what the second half has to offer. And it's a goal for João Pinto on 49 minutes to give the home side the lead. Foss's away form coming back to bite them again as we approach the hour mark. And it's an attacking set piece for the home side. So an hour on the clock, a goal up and in an attacking position. Could Red Rose now go and dominate this last half hour, Ian?
Certainly looked good. Straight after the goal, Foss Road looked to come a wee bit into it, but I think Mike's just going to roll. I did say it was going to be a close one, and I think I didn't even notice João Pinto in AM there. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I'm not a big fan of him, but he's obviously going to grab in the goal, isn't he? But no, Michael no change fuck all here. Reasonable, very reasonable. Getting on a wee bit in years, but he's a solid option. Obviously one of Mike's favourites, but one of Mike's preferred players, should I say. Rui Costa, Davids, he's not going to change anything. But as I say, Foss Road, as long as he doesn't go batshit again, he's still in the game. It looked like he was going to get an instant reply there as well. So I think there'll be any changes for Mike anyway.
How much do you think that goal now changes Smut's mindset in terms of, we know it's difficult away from home in the Super League. He was looking decent in patches, but now they're behind. He's going to have to go for it, but that runs the risk of opening more gaps.
I don't think he was new at the game. I mean, he wasn't totally fucking outplayed. He was reasonably fucking. Again, he was decent. But Kelme again, I think he needs to get shot at him. I'm not a fan at all. Certainly not on that AM. Is Van der Vaart kind of holding up on a 7 there on his own? What's Moresco on? 7. Doing okay. Is better on a 6? Quiet. I think he's maybe going to extend the arrows here. I think that's what I'm probably looking at doing if he's not going to change his shape too much. Maybe swap the strikers around as well, something like that. But I wouldn't be going down and batshit crazy because he's still in it. I know the momentum's maybe with Red Rose will be getting the goal, but he certainly is not at the game, so I wouldn't be going fucking too batshit. But it's Smuts, so anything's fucking. I would imagine it is, definitely. But no, he's again been quite impressive. There's nobody's been fucking blown away. I know Excel's got 20 shots on target, but it was still a relatively tight game. So I think that's going to be the case for the majority of the season. It's going to be that close. Teams are pretty evenly matched. It's going to be really close this season.
Well, here are the Foss Road changes. So we've got Clivert for Roque Santa Cruz, Franca for Raquel.
Makes sense.
Extend arrows on the wing backs. That's it. Lovely.
I like that.
So no tactical change, just personnel.
I think that makes sense, mate. Absolutely, because as I say, he's been in it, and just maybe just needs that wee new face just to he's in it. He's certainly coming for it.
Certainly is indeed.
And,
he will not want to see Emerton going off. I mean, in a stroke of genius, he's got a like-for-like replacement ready on the bench.
but that's, you know what, in that fucking first game in, one of your main players, and Emerton can be a wee bit dodgy, and Zerabuto actually, can't they, for fucking getting injuries, so he'll certainly be hoping that's just a wee slight thigh fucking strain or something no too serious anyway.
Back into the action as he confirms Yakubu coming on. Look like a dive. Fossrow building a little ahead of steam.
They're in it.
Zanoni couldn't direct it, and it goes well wide.
No.
What a start this could be for Stanley after being predicted by many to finish so low in the table.
There's a goal here.
Roberto can't keep it down. Now Carlos, Costa.
It'll be another goal.
Still Costa, Zanoni, Sigalko. Terrible effort. 4 minutes being added on. We're into those 4 now. And nothing is happening, much to the dismay of the Foss Road fans. Carlos, save. Lets it run free. Maresca clears. Gary Neville picks it up. And here come the red wall again. Saved. Corner kick. Costa whips it in. Zanoni! Zanoni! And they've done it! In injury time, they have wrapped up the victory. Foss Road just cannot play away from home. And Stanley start with a 2-0 win.
Great win. I just had a feeling there was going to be another goal. I didn't know which way, but it just had that. The game had that feel about it, and that's Mike. You kind of get a fucking better start than that, can you? For just confidence boost. Foss Road, he shouldn't be going mad and changing things, because it was a relatively okay performance for him. 9 shots on target. It wasn't his headers, maybe a wee bit fucking tackles again. Just outplayed on the day, I think. Just regroup and go again next week. But Mike's going to be fucking delighted with that, getting off to a great start at home. What more can you want?
Shao Pinto picking up man of the match. Zanoni also rating a 9, as did Roberto Carlos. No one in the entire team below a 7. And again, we said, I think 2 or 3 times during the match, they've got the makings of what could be a very good 11. It's what's behind it. And Mike backed that 11 for the entirety of that game, and they got the result for him.
They do, mate. And again, I mean, if he can keep that 11 fit, I mean, it's a very competitive side, all experienced Super League players. But there's Ehiog on a yellow already, and Carlos, so that's going to be the key. Who's he going to bring in when the guys are missing? But if at full strength, he's definitely going to be capable of causing a few upsets. I think he's settled in now. He's done his wee learning curve. He done his Astor thing, and he kind of you get the feel it. I know if people might think he's talking shit when you say it's different to home saves and stuff, but it really is. Once you get into the feel of it and you get settled, you know exactly what people were talking about. And I think Mike's there now. He's an established manager, and that's a fucking cracking result for him. Well done.
Lurson 5, say Roberto 5, a whole host of 6s throughout the team.
Sure.
Despite the decent looking match stats, it's kind of a reverse of what we said about LSK. Their stats look good, but their match stats didn't necessarily. Foss Road's match stats look all right, but their player ratings are distinctly average.
I think it's just a case of these players letting him down there. Larson on a 5 is no good. I think these guys, I think too many players have just had stinkers for him, really. Clive out of no one, drawn a blank, is no promising for him. Again, I think he's got to move Vieira in there on his own, to be honest with you. I think Maresca should be anywhere near that first 11. But again, it's a good looking side. He just needs to, I don't know, definitely no play fucking Maresca, and maybe look at moving Riquelme elsewhere in the side, but not too disheartening. I mean, it's an away game, as you were saying, and away games are notoriously difficult.
Well, congratulations to Mike, commiserations to Smuts. Not the best start to game week 1 for him, but Mike will be quite rightly very pleased. We are going to Badgers Fulchester next. Here is the Badgers 11. While I was setting this up, I was very interested. I quite like the look of this Badgers team. I think it's got good balance. And I like that DM free. It wouldn't be sort of anyone's go-to DM free, but I think it's very, very strong and should be very, very consistent.
As is the 1 to 11's very, very strong. It's Nicky Ferenko, whether he's going to be a half decent Nicky Ferenko, a little ride on that, but stat-wise, he's one of the better ones I've seen. I mean, I've seen him looking a lot poorer. But no, it's a very strong 11. The only thing I would say about the defensive midfield is I don't know if it would be the ones I would pick for these certain roles. Simeone would maybe be maybe the one I would have sitting, and Desai is the same. He would be in the middle, and probably Nicky Butt as well. So for me, they all look like they would play that central role. But Butt's maybe the one with a wee bit more adventurous attributes about him and stuff. But when you've got Giggs on the left, that's a huge fucking foundation to build off. Klompé and Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo, is he good enough season 2? I've not seen his stats. I know he's an absolute beast, but is he there yet? He's getting there, he's getting there, 24 years old now, so he's certainly got the foundations, and his bench isn't too shabby either. I mean, ask Lily. Again, I'd probably have Leith in there on the left, and maybe, I don't know, I'd be, in fact, he's probably just going to put him in sporadically, which is probably advisable. That's probably what Taylor's going to do. I know he likes him. He was hurting him out, surprisingly, but I've not seen much film since he decided to block me, but he's certainly got a good side, and he'll certainly be up there for come the end of the season.
Okay. A few people, Fulchester seems to be the team that people can't fully decide about. Some people saying they're going to do really, really well. Some people saying it could be another average year for them. Beckham unavailable is a big loss, game 1. But I do think, again, it's a very good-looking side.
It sure is, and I've had some discussions with Maka, and I think he's been in the league a while now, and he was kind of set in his ways. But I think I was talking to him about this, and this is the best thing he could ever. This is the best thing. This is the only thing, in my opinion, he could have done to have any chance of success this season, is match up with what the other managers are doing. And in my opinion, for this formation, he's probably got the best suited players. When Beckham comes back in, I mean, Crespo, Ronaldo's maybe his weak point up there, maybe a striker short, but his defence in that, his midfield 3 are ideal in my opinion. And then Robin on the left where he should be playing. But the main man for me, I think the signing, it was a late signing in the window, was Archie back. Getting him in there, putting him on fucking his captain, he's fucking outstanding. He's probably one of the best in the roles, and I think he's going to be key for him. So I can see Fulchester finishing high this season just because he's decided to fucking to evolve and go with this decent formation. And again, I think they'll do well.
It's interesting what you say about the tactics, because I flashed up that comment from Steve saying, "Oh my, this isn't very Mac." Do you think it's a case of he's compromised his own ideology of how the game should be played, just in the hope of success?
Absolutely, it has to. As I say, I've spoke to Maka about this, and I mean, if he wants to fucking win the thing, and I think you could, if Maka was to win it, he would absolutely just ride off into the sunset. But he wants to do well, and he gets frustrated when he doesn't do well, as does everybody. But that side is fucking very good, especially for that formation. So again, if you want to do well in the Super League, you've sometimes got to just fucking bite the tongue and just bite the bullet and just go for it. And I think this is the best thing he could have done. And again, I'm pretty sure they'll be successful this season because it's a fucking fantastic 1 to 11 suited for that formation. Couldn't have to ask for a tougher start though, so we'll maybe see. We'll see what he's made of.
Score prediction, please.
I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1. Do I remember seeing Mac has a terrible record against Tato as well?
I think he maybe does. I think he does. I mean, you couldn't ask for a tougher fucking starting game. I mean, this is horrific. But again, they've been in the game so far. They would like a goal, though, I think. But they've started well.
Mac predicted 4-0 Badgers.
No, not be that.
And half-time has come quite quickly. It's a cagey affair, shall we say?
It is, but again, you both managers probably going to be happy. They're not behind. Tato probably the more disappointed because they didn't seem to have created too much. We've been at home. I think you'd want to be on the front foot a bit more. Didn't seem to have been that much in the game. From my opinion, it's been more Fulchester on the text. Match rating wise, okay. Nicky Ferenko on a 6 again was maybe the worry. Maybe looking at Agahau or somebody, but Tato probably roll to 60, I think. Nicky Button a 6 as well. I'd imagine he's going to roll to 6. There's nothing too Desai and yellows maybe a wee bit an issue, but I'd be surprised if he makes any changes. I think it'll be to 60 for Tato.
Jens saying, half the league parking the bus, what happened to the Super League? Well, to be fair, the guy who promised us entertainment only won 1-0, so it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Tato going as is, so a look over at Fulchester. And there's 45 minutes to go, not a terrible performance at all.
Nah, he's going to be delighted with that. Absolutely delighted. Well, I would be anyway. Again, I would be going as is. Robin on the 6. Again, I had a few discussions with him about Robin. He's going to have to. He's young. I mean, he's going to have to just take these odd 6s, because when Robin will win a matches, undoubtedly. I'm no surprised to see that as is there. Again, it's a great 45 for Maka, to be honest, because last season, I mean, he probably would have been 3 fucking done here. So there you go. There you go.
There's Okan opening the scoring for Fulchester. As we approach the hour mark, Saviola on his debut levels things up.
Right,
so 60 minutes on the clock, one apiece.
It's a close game. It's a close game.
It is. This one could go all the way to the wire as well. I will flash up condition, although we all know that Tato says condition is a myth. Desai on that yellow card as well. That goal change things? Do you think he goes as is now because it's still level?
It does a wee bit. I was just looking at Nikiforenko there. He's still floating about in a 6. I might be tempted to chuck Agahill on. That aside, I don't think I'll be doing it too much. The goal was massive, but it was always going to be a cagey affair. I'm sure I predicted 1-1 as well, actually, I think. So aye, I think Tato, first game of the season, he's not going to be... I know he's at home and that, but again, that first 11 for Fulchester is fucking amazing. In the formation, it's perfect. So if it was me, I'd be happy taking a point the first game. But aye, it's set up nicely. It could go either way, and I would be surprised if Maka makes any changes. I don't. Did we get to see his? No, here we go. Let me see. Right, he's going to roll. I'd maybe swap Crespo and Ronaldo around. That's what I would probably do, and that would be it for me, because he's in the game. 79 Tudor. I'm not a big fan of Tudor. I told Maka that as well. I'm not a huge fan of him whatsoever. But I'd maybe just swap Crespo and Ronaldo for me.
So it is Crespo coming off, but it's not swapping places with Ronaldo. It's Torres coming on.
I don't know if I would have done that, but it's fair play.
Let's play this one through to its conclusion then. 60 minutes on the clock, one apiece.
It probably would have been Ronaldo if I was making any sub.
Badgers, it's Ryan Giggs who makes it 2-1 to the home side. And what have Fulchester got in them? Can they level things up this time? Into the final 10. Tudor picks it up. Robin back. Toldo gets there. And now on the counter is the home side. Rossini goes down under a challenge from Materazzi. Giggs lines it up. Deflects off the wall. And Gerard is able to clear. But here they come again. Lucio now looks to his left. Picks it up to Tudor. Torres! But fails to convert. Saviola. Good challenge from Gerard. Agahawa picks it up. And Rossini, and it's 3-1, and that must be it. Lucia got the first block in, but could not do anything about the second. And this run continues for Maka, who said in the chat, I've laid a glove on someone for the first time in 14 matches, so this is progress. Unfortunately, it's going to be a losing start, it would appear.
I'm interested to see what Crespo was on at 60 there. I mean, if it's a bit inexplicable why he would take him off, but no, Badgers just fucking steamrolled him. I don't think that sub helped Maka at all, because he seemed to be in the game there, and up until the sub, it's maybe just, I don't know, it just seemed to be a bit. What was Crespo? I'll get a wee look at Crespo, but no, good performance with Badgers. Toldo man of the match. Maybe says a wee bit about Fulchester that they were still in it.
Yeah, but also look at it, just a solid defensive display, because Toldo 9, Okoronkwo 9, Salihamidzic 9, Desai 9.
It was again, but again it maybe points to Fulchester having that wee bit of attacking threat, but it's certainly looking ominous. A good performance, but I just get I have the feeling that they could have got a wee bit more out of that, to be honest with Fulchester. But no, well done to Badgers. Good win, good solid marker put down.
Duggan saying Badgers are the team to beat this season. They're brilliant front to back. A look then at Fulchester, who again, not a terrible performance at all, and they were in the game for the large parts. But Badgers, their all-round ability just in the end too much for Chester on opening day. However, it's a much better result than the opening game of last season, and not quite as convincing a result for Badgers as the first game of last season. So it's certainly already started differently for both sides.
I mean, Robin getting a 6, Crespo on a 6. I can see now why he took him off. I probably just would have swapped him round or something, because Crespo's always got that knacky. He's a big game player, isn't he? So again, if he's just got to keep with it. I've said to him, just got to stick with that formation. The players are good enough, and they'll definitely come good. So he's up against probably one of the better sides in the league. So it shouldn't be too disheartened anyway.
Next up we go, and it's our first glimpse of the defending champions. They've been relatively quiet in the transfer market, but I suppose they didn't really need to do too much to improve on what they had. It's a usual looking formation with a usual looking team. I don't believe any of the new players are involved at all.
No, it was just I think a token freshen up for Iain. Just they're all squad players coming in. Really, I think he's settled on his 11. He always has been. He likes it, but consistency. He's been involved in the league for longer than me. He knows what it's all about, and consistency is key in this league. I've said it that many times. He's 1 to 11's good. I mean, he made the final last year. He's maybe not quite at the heights he was when he won his other stars, but he won the league last season. It's a good side. Again, he's got that wee bit more in reserve now, so they're going to be up there again. There's not really much more you can say, to be honest. He's settled. He's got a good side. I fully expect him to be there or thereabouts come the end of the season as well. Absolutely.
Sloths have been remarkably quiet in the window, but they've got 3 decent additions in. Alf decided to confuse the hell out of me by sending a tactic file that says 1 at the back that has 2 at the back.
Brilliant. Superb. Rob, you lazy bastard, Rob. I mean, I think he's just put Alf in the firing line, hasn't he? Because he knows that he's fucking... He's going to take the glory if he does well, and he's going to just blame Alf if he does badly. It's just shocking, really. But Alf's he's a student of the game. He's certainly he's on CM Scout. Fucking, you know, he puts a lot of work into it. So I have to give a shout out to Alf. He deserves to be in the league, in my opinion. So on all seriousness, it's good of Rob to get Alf involved again. He certainly deserves to be there. So I hope Alf does well when being all seriousness. Stephen Reid, his stats suggest that he's good. He's good in centre mid. He's one I've had as a backup option in that, but he's just never really fucking done it. Mark Kerr and that, again, good fucking players, but never really done it in the Super League. Maybe 2 seasons out of fucking 10 or something. They've done anything. Zidane's an absolute fucking myth. I wouldn't have him anywhere near an 11, but again, Alf's just trying something new. I would like it if they done well. I have to say, aye. Fuck you, Rob. Anyway.
Well, and
I like the kit.
A place for Stephen Reid in a Super League 11 as well. Let's see how this plays out.
They're going to win.
Early chance for Sloths. But here come the champions. And let's see if they've missed a beat at all. Well, 18 minutes, and there is Scholes to give the defending champions the lead.
I was just reading my Reese calendar, Fyfie, orange. I was maybe a bit show my colours.
And there's Totty making it too. You a fan of some Reese's Pieces?
There's white ones in there, Fyfie, which I have to say are rather good. We've got loads of calendars, and my wee boy fucking gets more. The dog's got a calendar as well, believe it or not. The dog's actually got its own calendar. So
a lot of people get their dog a calendar, to be fair.
This one as well, this big Tower Cadbury's.
I got one of them at work. Every fucking day it's a fudge or curly whirly.
And we've also got this Maui one, this open up one. It's when it opens up, it's
there's a lot of chocolate at your house.
We're loaded, mate. We're loaded with sugar in Scotland. That's why we've no teeth. But what a half for Northern Burn. I know Ian will be really annoyed at that because he hates when people didn't talk about his game. That's kind of why I've done it. But no, good performance. Totti and Scholes is one that if he clicks, he clicks. He done really well for me. Montero getting a yellow as he always does. Keane getting a yellow as he always does. But no, it was just a pretty standard Northern Burnholm performance, isn't it? On the other hand, keeper 5, 6s through the board, 5 for Taribo West. No looking great. So
Alf is at Panto this evening, so the gaffer does have to take charge of proceedings. Do you think Rob will be making changes here?
He should certainly do something with the formation because it's just, I think it's just not going to work against Northern Burn. He's either got to match up or he's got to go with wingers or something. But I think the game's probably away for them already. If I'm honest, I can't even see who he's got on the bench, but probably not that good. Lee Young-Pugh, I can see Trezeguet. I'd get Trezeguet on. I'd certainly be doing something with that midfield. He needs to go more attacking. Has he got Mpenza? He has got Mpenza. I'd go with Trezeguet and Mpenza up top. Adilson behind. Again, he probably shouldn't have went for a. I'll tried something new, tried something different, which was just fair play to him, but it's probably not the place to do it.
They've had almost as many attempts as Burn. It's just they've not been as effective with them.
Just because the players are shitter, basically. I think that's been the main thing. I think.
Just waiting for Rob to confirm any changes. Well, I'll wait till that to come through because we're roughly halfway through. I think this is game 4, isn't it, of the evening? I don't know if anyone picked up on it. You must have to click on the tactics. But during the latest edition of Late Limbs, I put out what was the prospective Christmas schedule for the Super League. I've not had any feedback from anyone, so I presume everyone's quite happy to go with that unless otherwise changed. So if you do have any thoughts on that, please do let me know this week. I was discussing on the time that no one's going to want Christmas Eve Super League, so maybe bringing it forward 24 hours to the 23rd. And no one's going to want New Year's Eve Super League, so moving it back 24 hours to New Year's Day. It was my plan.
I just go with whatever it always works out fucking fine anyway. Mate. I've got full faith in the schedule and stuff. By rights, you should be shut. You could do a winter break for Christmas by rights, but I know everybody fucking ends up sitting fucking bored off work and stuff. So you're looking for some entertainment. So no, it's appreciated. That's all, I'm sure.
Tato's saying no Christmas Eve. Jens doesn't want 23rd, 24th, 25th, or 31st. The only of those numbers was 23 that was being considered, Jens. The rest of the dates sounded great. Oh, here we go. Right, so. Oh my God, we're doing all sorts here. Right, let me see if I can get
Good.
Zauri Lev. I think that means left wing back looking at the next one. Reed right. Arrows up to halfway. Kerr central.
Zidane and Kerr.
Adilson off for Trez.
He's going 2 up top, so it'll be
Zidane and Kerr.
Zidane and Kerr, and it'll be 2 up top. It'll be 2 up top, Trezeguet, and
then I'm assuming Etsabaria goes here.
That looks right to me. That looks it to me, and I put an arrow on there as well. That looks it to me like. I like that. That makes sense. It's sensible for Wob for once. I don't know what the fuck he's up to, but that makes sense to me. I'd put an arrow on Etsabaria for him though.
He said. He's put Etzbury in the hole, so that's fine. I've done that. And then he's put thanks. So I guess he's going no arrow. So, Mike, if you haven't either watched or listened to the latest edition of Late Limbs, the proposal was, unless anything gets in the way, in which case you'll be notified, I'm planning on the Super League would fall on Christmas Eve. I would do it on the 23rd instead. I'd throw an extra one in on Boxing Day. And then there would be one on the 28th, which I think is the Thursday if my dates work out right as normal. And then instead of New Year's Eve, I'd move it to New Year's Day. But if you listen back to the podcast, it'll confirm the dates because I was a lot more sure then. That's what I think I put forward anyway. Right, we are continuing with this. Do you think those changes will help Sloths at all?
Possibly. I mean, again, it's just a quality player. I think that's going to be the issue now. I mean, if they'd done this for the start, maybe again, it's hard to tell. It's one of the best teams in the league, and it's probably the second hardest start. Again, Badgers are up there. I mean, it's a fucking tough start. Again, champions, so it's a harder start theoretically than going to Badgers or whatever. So no, it's a hard one. I certainly didn't see them doing any fucking worse in the first half, and they haven't so far. Maybe if they got a goal, it could get interesting, but it doesn't look it's coming.
Totti is impressive this evening. Mike Duff as well out on that right-hand side, putting in a stellar performance. Arrows up. So already Rob has sent in changes. But we are looking at Burn first. Fully expecting an as-is here.
Definitely. I mean, again, what a start. Totti on a 10. It's just textbook Northern Burn, and it's just... couldn't ask for fucking a better start. The team picks itself. It's just been ideal, isn't it? Ideal.
Yeah, and saying Boxing Day Super League is class. Looking like being a busy day. That I haven't got Aiden Boxing Day, so I am looking potentially at doing a live stream on Fools of our reaction of getting absolutely fucking blitzed over by Wrexham. And then as soon as that finishes, doing live Super League to hopefully make myself feel better.
How are Swindon doing, Fyfie?
I've seen it. Fucking shite, mate. Honestly,
really?
Football is the shittest game in the world.
Really? So where are you in the league? I've not paid attention.
We're 2 points off the playoffs, mate.
That's not bad, shit.
No, but mate, we're fucking awful. We are absolutely rank.
Still, if you're 2 points off the playoffs, who's the manager now? Who is the Swindon manager?
It's Mike Flynn, ex of Walsall and Newport.
Right. Okay. Is it just shite football? Is it turgid?
No. So August and September, we were fucking Barcelona of League Two.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Are you in League Two with Tranmere, Fyfie? Yes, we are, Jens. We got Tranmere next weekend, actually. And so we got Tranmere, and then we got Wrexham on Boxing Day. Then we got Forest Green on the 29th, which is the Fools Rushing Christmas night out.
Nice.
And then we got Colchester on New Year's Day, I think. Right, is that all he said? I say I'm a modern man and can multitask, but clearly I can. Arrows up, yeah. 3 up top. Trez left, yeah, lovely.
Because I'm asking you about Swindon. She's just short.
Nah, not at all. But yes, we are just fucking terrible. We lost 3-0 to Barrow at the weekend, coming off the back of a 4-0 defeat to Wimbledon last weekend.
Oh, that's not so good then. That's not so good. Is a manager under pressure? No.
We have scored the joint most goals in League Two this year and have a goal difference of 0.
Oh, fuck.
So I wonder where our problems are. Much like Sloths tonight, very much in defence as Northern Burn kick off the defence of their title in absolute style. 3-0, professionally done. Iain can't ask for much more than that from the first game, can he?
That's everybody ticking along nicely. Francesco Totti, 10, captain, man of the match.
Everyone but Fiore getting 8 or higher.
That's it, man. It's a good performance. What was he up against? You could maybe question: is it maybe a false thing? But again, it was you can't really do much when Burn are like that. But it would help if Sloss didn't play Zidane and stuff. But a good performance. Rob done all he could there. I'm quite impressed with what he was trying to change it up and stuff. He'd done all he could. He couldn't do any more than what he tried to do to try to get back in the match. But again, I think he should maybe just go back to a more standard Sloss formation for the next one.
See, I've got a lot of time for people who are still trying to do new things, even 15 seasons into it.
True.
Don't be a sheep. Don't follow the herd.
True. If you want to fucking not get beat 3-0, then maybe you have to consider this will be a good game.
We have 3 games left, and we go to East Coast versus Sancte. And Sancte are decimated without Campbell, without Ndiaye, and Smertin also failing a late fitness test as well. Landon Donovan makes a 24, but doesn't make the squad. Richie Wellens, Reyes among those also not included. Familiar looking formation. Again, so I don't want to say critical, but I played down their chances on the latest podcast. I think this is the epitome of a team who at their strongest have a very, very good 1 to 11, but I do worry about what's behind it.
I have to say, I listened to what you were saying, and I found myself actually agreeing with what you said. I mean, there was nothing really. I mean, he's got Ronaldinho, and that's probably the key. But I know exactly what you're meaning, and I totally agree with what you were saying. I mean, Inzaghi and that, and again, it just I agreed 100% what you were saying. I can't remember the total context of it, but it was. There's nothing really that flashy aside for Ronaldinho, as I say. I mean, Inzaghi and that, he done well at the tail end of last season. Ambrosini, that's no one I like, just a personal thing. Argel, I do like. Can be fucking notoriously dodgy. I mean, season 2, he should still be okay. But no, I get what you were saying. He's signing solid signings. I mean, he's going to be up there because he's using that formation, which is, as we know, is a good formation. He's probably no one of the teams that's got the better players for said formation, but he'll be okay. He's going to be in about the playoff hunt for sure. Anyway.
I don't remember seeing one, Duggan, but if you want to shout before kickoff, and I'll pick a captain for you. If not, we'll let the game decide.
It's going to be Khan, hasn't it?
I assume it would be Khan, but I don't like to just do it. So Khan will get it to begin with, but if you want to change it, Duggan, just there we go. He has done it. There we go.
Right, yeah, it's got to be. All right, okay. Oh, that's right. He did. He's done. I've seen that actually. That's right.
East Coast, a lot of people tipping them to win it this year, as they have done for a while now. Continue to look incredibly strong. The question of Dimble's side is, can he get the same again out of the likes of Kovalchuk and Stanic?
I think he will. I mean, his defence in that's fucking solid. I mean, Barry Ferguson, probably the best MC in my opinion, and there's on his own. He is. I mean, he's just solid. He got Zanetti for me, which really just changes the look of that side. I mean, he's maybe sacrificed attacking a wee bit with Shevchenko, who's prolifically not as prolific as you would like. Hussein can be good, but I think we're just getting Zanetti, and it really does. And having Zanetti and Q and Ferguson, that midfield three, it really just gives them a wee bit more solid feel. And I do think they're going to be a threat this season if they can get scoring. I mean, if they get Shevchenko scoring goals, they could be on to a fucking absolute winner. But that'd be my main issue with them, Shevchenko and Hussein. I know he's got Shearer and backup as well, so he's got the looks of a good squad. I can only see a East Coast win here.
Okay, so you've said an East Coast win. Any particular score prediction at all?
I'll say 3-1.
3-1. Lovely stuff. Well, at least if you're of an East Coast persuasion. It does look like the home side has started the best, but that is massive. Harry Kewell was so influential for them last year, and to go off 20 minutes into the first game, again, very similar. I mean, like-for-like replacement in Rivaldo is there and ready, but very much like with, was it Foss Road earlier, this is the one where you're hoping it's like a 1 to 2 week injury and not an Anelka style 3 months.
It definitely is, because Rivaldo is, again, it's just personal thing. I don't like Rivaldo in the game. Q was 10 times more better player, but he's maybe just got enough. And there you go. There's Hussein scoring that. He'll be so happy to see that because he needs the two to click. I mean, as I was saying, for midfield, if he defends to midfield, it's fucking solid. And if it was just that maybe question marks over day two, but to see him scoring, he's going to be fucking delighted.
It's a penalty, and Hussein pulls the lead.
Game over.
And 2-0 at the break. You are already saying game over. That is huge, and that is not very good from the away side, is it?
It's no, but again, East Coaster, as I said, it really all just depended on. I think I've said it for a few teams. It's all about scoring goals in the Super League. If you can get a fucking striker to score goals, you're fucking halfway there. Really, you genuinely are. I mean, no, a lot of other teams have done. Kind of, everybody that's won it has had one striker that's got them fucking goals. Montella, fucking, you know what I mean? There's always been a striker that's done it, and getting Hussein 2 goals already, he's going to be delighted with that because it just sets it up so nicely for the rest of the season. And Shevchenko on an 8 as well is a really encouraging sign. On the other hand, Sancti, it's not been good, but fucking, he's up against one of the best sides in the league. He's missing his 2 fucking key men. He's not going to be too fucked about this, to be honest with you. It's a tough one. As I say, I think it's game over, but you just want to get this one out of the way and get Sol Campbell and Ndiaye back, and it totally changes the look of that side.
Absolutely. Duggan going as is as well. I think that suggests to me he's gone with the same mentality as you, that this one is already over.
As I'd maybe even look at protecting a couple of players, to be honest. But he doesn't saying that he doesn't want to take a pounding here for morale and stuff. He doesn't want to take a beating. But at 60, if it's still 2-0, I'd probably expect him to maybe protect fucking Inzaghi or that. I'd certainly be looking at that, because unless he gets a goal, I just can't see. I'm getting back in it now.
And it's definitely Coast looking more likely just at this moment in time as we stop it on 62. Kvelchuk carrying on where he left off last season, star man in that midfield. Next to Zayaleas, that is one hell of a partnership in theory, isn't it? Again, you've got to build for there. I mean, it's a slight moderation on the formation that everybody seems to be using, but when you've got two guys like that in there, it's class. And then Barry Ferguson in front of him, it's probably the ideal trio in it. And then he's got Zanetti and Kuhl obviously on the other side injured. But no, he's solid. These two centre halves are fucking unreal. He's got an unreal keeper. That's definitely one of the better sides. Dims will just be happy to go off to a winning start, I think. He's not expecting anything flashy. And I don't think East Coast ever really are flashy. They just seem to win 1-0s, 2-0s. But that's delicious when you can just win games 1-0, 2-0. You take that all day fucking long. Absolutely. As for Sancte, what do they do here? You were suggesting maybe protecting some of the bigger players already,
I think
but also trying to avoid a hiding.
I think so. I'd take Ronaldinho off just to what's he doing here? He's changing it up, which I would do. I would maybe. Again, you want to get minutes and legs and stuff, but this game's gone. If he'd got a goal before 60, maybe could have just went as is. But I think he's doing the right thing, just protecting guys. I think that's a sensible move for Duggan, I think.
Well, let's see this one through to its conclusion then. 2-0 to East Coast. 3 changes for Sancte. Let's see if they can play their way back into it and make it interesting.
Doing no bad, actually.
No, they're certainly in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't seem to have enough in them just at this moment in time. Into injury time, and there's 3. What a goal, it says, from Barry Ferguson. Just go.
Ominous.
Ferguson skipped past the challenge of Petit, then went past Hagen, shot, and he scored a sensational goal.
Look how many times his name's mentioned. Ferguson. Aye, outstanding.
So he passed 1, 2, 3, 4 players before putting it in the top corner. Barry Ferguson, the dribbling magician.
Some performance again. Ominous.
Who'd get by against Coast without Cameron and I? We go again, says Duggan. But that is probably, I would say, as convincing as the Burn result. Obviously, it's the same outcome. So the 2 that people predicted, off to absolute flyers.
It is, and then Badgers in there as well. But Badgers probably playing, in my opinion, the best side. So maybe them. I know we're not speaking about it as much, but I think their results maybe the most impressive because, in my opinion, Fulchester were the best opposition. Sancte, not too bad, but missing their 2 key men. So again, Coast are not going to care as long as they win. They've got a clean sheet. They scored 3 goals. He's got 2 goals out of Hussein, and Barry Ferguson's looking fucking amazing. He's going to be delighted.
I just wanted to highlight to you as well, you were on about the pressure on the front 2 to click. Hussein's got 2 goals, Shevchenko's got 2 assists.
Exactly, that's what you need. We had that last season with Van Nistelrooy and Vieri, and that's you couldn't ask for more. So that's looking so fucking so promising for them. He's going to be delighted, and that's what he needed. I didn't care if one of them wasn't scoring. If one of them was scoring and the other's assisting, you're fucking laughing, and that's exactly what he's doing. So he's going to be delighted with that. Well played.
Just very average from Sancte, not poor, just average, and you can't be average against a very good team.
No, you've got to turn up, haven't you? Just too many sixes. I mean, they've just met a better team on the day, and Way and Dye and Campbell back in there, would it be a different outcome? Quite possibly, but again, just get it out of the way. It's done now, so just concentrate on the next game. Don't be worried.
Well, as for our next game, we go to the final of the new managers. Ross is Stackington against former champions Steve Wright's Dudley Hill. Here is the Stackington squad. They are without an injured Romoshenko, and Holland is bringing over a suspension from last season. Ross, if you wanted a captain again, I may have missed it on the submission. Just let me know who you want. We've got someone trying 3 at the back.
Absolutely. I mean, fair play to Ross. In my experience, things like this could well work. But again, moving forward, I think you would probably lose more than you won. But he's new to the league. It probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to get an experienced assistant in beside him, but he's going for it himself, which is good. And he has been involved. To say he has been involved. I mean, he's maybe served his apprenticeship alongside Mike. He'd been involved as assistant, so he does know how the Super League works. He's obviously just want to express his ideas, try something different. Which 3 at the back, it's pretty defensive. He's maybe just want to not get fucking hammered, which is fair enough. But I think deviating for the sort of too much for the standard tactics can be a bit dangerous. But I can again, if he gets to 0-0 at half time, maybe bring on a more attacking sub or something. I can't see who's got his bench, but aye, it's a reasonable a reasonable 1 to 11. If the guys click, Amruso can be amazing. Morientes is fucking class, so he's got good players there, and Mendieta and that. Aye, it's a good 11, absolutely. Yeah. Just formation, I'd be a wee bit concerned about. Dyer, fucking and Cat. I mean,
Dyer and Cole, I think, if played properly, could be up there with the best partnerships at wing back.
I'd agree. I'd have to agree, mate. I'd agree with you again. I just think not having anybody in that AMC role might be the issue here. So if you moved one of the centre halves and brought in an attacking midfielder who was half decent, I think he'll be laughing. But he's got to try out. So he'll find out. He'll find out what happens now. We all will.
Dudley Hiller without Vogel for the opening fixture. A couple of interesting names make the 24. I saw Steve really talking up Woodgate the other day. He doesn't even make the matchday squad, but it is a very strong-looking team. That DM line is the most CM0102 DM line I think I've ever seen in my life. Leslie Sorich and Steve Van Bommel.
I mean, I like it. It's a very Steve. It's a very Steve side. I mean, I think he was a wee bit humming and hawing about his centre halves, and he's landed on Gamara and Rustico, which is a bit of a surprise. Woodgate, as I was saying to him, is good enough. I would have Woodgate in there over Gamara probably. Rustico's no.
I like Woodgate. I think he's very good.
Yeah, he is. And we had him at Haggis, and he came in. I think somebody was injured, like one of our main guys were injured, and he done fucking fantastically well for us, me and Rocks. So I'd have him in all day long. He's good enough. Rustico, he's just no one I like. He's like a Liverani. I don't know why. Just a fucking no reason. I'm not a big fan. The one behind one, he's Commandini and Mackay. Is that going to be good enough? Remains to be seen. Dede, and that's a very Steve player. Dede. And Contra
again, one up there for me in the best winger partnerships.
It is, and you would perhaps say that they two were more normally used in a DM and DR kind of role, but it's going to be interesting to see them pushed up. I think they can play it no bother. So I like this. It's again, I'm going to say it again. It's about the goals. Is Comandini going to get them enough goals? That's going to be the key, because certainly defensively, it's fucking solid. So Steve's obviously looking to try and tighten things up a bit, which is sensible.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I do agree. Defensively, it looks very strong. What I would say is Mackay's proven time and time again what he's capable of doing. And I think it was last year Steve showed what Comandini can do as well. So I think he should be relatively confident. So Ross's first game in charge properly. Let's have a score prediction, please.
I think it's going to be a Dudley Hill win. I'm just not too sure about the 3 at the back. It's either going to work fucking well and he's going to win, or it's going to be an absolute disaster. I'm going to say it's going to be 2-0 Dudley Hill here.
Well, that is not the start he needed at all. Casillas sent off after 2 minutes in his first game in charge.
No, it's not too bad. He just takes off one of the centre halves. So that fucking guy shouldn't probably be starting. What's his name?
Simic or Elise?
Who's he got at the back? He's got Simic. I didn't think he was starting Simic. He must have changed this, by the way, because he put out a team and Simic wasn't starting, so he's changed this.
He originally had a team that had Romoshenko in. Didn't realise.
That's what I was seeing. So it's Simic, Hipia, and who's on the left?
Elise.
On the left back, at the left centre half.
Yeah, Elise.
Get him to. How is he even there now? To get Elise off. Fucking hell. Or even move him in midfield and get rid of Keel. At least he shouldn't be at centre back. I would say that's a starter. I don't know why he's there. That's a bit strange. No, but it's got to be one of them and go with Simic and Hippier. The great solid centre back pair, and no problem. That's Simic.
It's Simic that's coming off.
Nah, I don't know why he's playing Odyssey at centre half. Like, no for me, mate. But again, it's each to herself. I would just I don't know why he's done that. I would have kept Simic and Hippier. That's a good pairing for me, but. Well, he's got options. He's got options, which is good. He's got options there, so it's a good sign.
Steve, of course, red card means you can change things if you want to. So we'll give him 30 seconds to do it. I don't think he will. The big question is: has Steve named a penalty taker in his tactics submission?
I'm sure he would. I'm sure it'll be Roy Mackay. I would imagine it's Roy Mackay. I'd be surprised if it wasn't Roy Mackay commenting. But
to be fair, without going too behind the scenes, so to speak, the majority of the league haven't named penalty takers for this game, for this round of fixtures.
Less is more. Well, as you know, I used to, but I've kind of no bothered off late. But I used to be fucking do it religiously. I used to name every set piece taker, every corner taker. So it's maybe just a personal pref thing, but normally it's something I would do, but I've no bored in it this time, as you know.
So he said, I meant to name Comandini. Milevski will take it. Let's find out.
Milevski will score. Milevski will score.
Here, I've put it down on very slow. It's Comandini to take it. And he scores. 1-0 to the Hill.
I have to say, Simic and Hippier is a pretty good centre-back pairing. So moving forward, I would imagine Ross, or I would say that would be the two that I'd be looking at playing personally.
Oh, it's 1-0. Morientes on his debut. The 10 men have done it.
Go on. Dudley coming in there. I think really Dudley. I quite like the look of Steve's team. Just seeing it there, I've not had a really proper look at it, but looking at it there. He's really.
I think he's been grossly underestimated.
I think he has. It's a good side he's got there. I like it. It's got enough. Again, it was just a case of Comandini and Mackay going to do it, but it's looking like they are so far.
So one apiece, and I think if you're Stackington, you are taking that all day long, going down to 10 men so early.
Definitely, man. Absolutely. I mean, again, click on Sunday Odyssey for me. I just kind of. I know he's a defensive midfielder, but he looks all right. But for me, he's always more of a midfielder. I mean, what's his marking in that? 14. See, marking 14 and he's heading 13. That's the issue for me there. When Simic is a bit stronger, I think. So that as is expected. But maybe just be your centre half. You normally look for a bit heading and marking would be the two key attributes. And in the Super League anyway, you need to be looking at 15 and above all day long, at least.
Okay. If you're Dudley Hill, are you changing things at this stage?
Nah, I think Steve's going to roll. I mean, he's pretty happy. I mean, Woodgate for Gamara, he's not going to change anything. It comes 60, he might do something. But again, his defensive subs are really, unless somebody's on a 6 or something and looking pretty poor, you're not really going to. But no, I think Dudley will still win this game. But he's going as expected. But I think Ross would absolutely take a point now, wouldn't he? Absolutely, 10 men for the fucking 8
whole
minutes. Game. Whole game, exactly.
It's been ruled out. Joe Cole was offside. And here comes Stackington looking to punish them. And Joe Cole does score this time. It is 2-1 on the hour. This really is a baptism of fire for the new Stackington manager. So a goal down, a man down. What does he do to try and turn this around? Or does he just try and avoid, again, being steamrollered?
Well, here, personally, I would put Hippier one at the back. And who's he got on the bench?
Rosicky and Kesman are your attacking options.
Right, I'd get Kesman up front, but I'd drop. What would I do? I'd go 3 up top, move Hippier on his own at the back, get Odyssey away. Or I'd be Rosicky. I'd even push the fucking wing backs up. To be honest with you, I'd maybe even put Rosicky on for Cole. I don't know. I would be doing something. He's actually got no bad options. Looking at that, to be fair to him, I mean, it's maybe just the personnel who he used. But no, it's a good fucking side. Looking at the 1-11, I mean, Kesman's always good for a goal, so he's got to go for it. I'd just go one at the back and put Kesman in the middle, the 3 up top.
Oh, okay. The other option, of course, drop Amoroso back into the hole.
He's not, he is, but he's not as effective. I mean, I've tried that as well, but he was always more where he's playing him there was he got like fucking 15 in a season for us. I think he's just not quite as good in attacking midfield, Amoruso, for whatever reason. I know he's a forward LC, but he's just not as good. I would absolutely, but again, I would just go for it here. He's nothing to lose. He's down to 10 men. Kesman's he's that funny type of player. He's always good for a goal. Or even Rosicky and AMC. He's got options, which is good. I mean, he's no tied to fucking to the thing way, but aye, he needs to do something anyway.
Kesman Piquel move up top centre. Mendieta to DMC.
Okay, I like it.
Oh, let me actually so you can see it. Seedorf to AMC.
Right. I like it. I like that. Absolutely. I like it. He's going for it again. I probably went with the one at the back and had a wee bit more beef in midfield. You know what I mean? Just no had a big space in the middle as much. Again, kept the two DMCs, but no, it's decent. He's going for it. No complaints for me there.
As for Dudley Hill, that goal changes their thinking as well.
He's not going to change a thing. He's not going to change a thing, I don't think.
Even seeing how Stackington have reacted?
Nah, he's going to just go better. He's got the man advantage. He just scored. I think anything now would maybe just upset the apple cart a wee bit. So I'd just go as is. And I think
yellow cards for Cole and Van Bommel?
I know, but again, he's there's half an hour to go. I think you just take the risk here and just go with it. I would anyway. He's looked quite impressive. As I say, a good opening win for Dudley, and a away win as well, which is a bit impressive as is. Absolutely. So aye, it's it's certainly been a bit Stackington here. Here come Dudley though.
Although that's a good chance for Dudley that wasted there, and there is Joe Cole, surely wrapping this one up. And they're looking for a fourth here, and they've got a fourth. Comandini, 2 for Comandini, 2 for Cole. A perfect away performance for Dudley Hill as they possibly going for a fifth. Oh, it's off the crossbar. The full-time whistle goes, and that is the ultimate welcome to the Super League. Steve will be buzzing with those stats. That is 10 men or not. That is very impressive from Dudley Hill.
It's a wee bit harsh on Stacking because I didn't think it was actually a 4-1 game. I know he had to go for it. I mean, he tried to mix it up. He could have just sat in and lost 2-1, but he went for it, and it's went against him this time. What I would say is I would definitely go with Simic and Hippie as my partnership for next game. I mean, look at that. That's fucking Steel be fucking creaming his cell. He'll be fucking shagging socks the lot tonight. He'll certainly be a happy man. But nah, commiserations to Ross. Steve, a good away win there, to be fair.
I just want to highlight, in case you can't see this clearly, so Contra's got man of the match, 10 out of 10 rating, 3 assists. Lovely stuff. Joe Cole, 10 out of 10 rating, 2 goals and an assist. But I'm guessing because of the yellow card, doesn't get man of the match.
As and then the 2 for comedy. No, it's that's amazing, isn't it? It's always, if you can get your 2 wingers going nicely. Contra's always been good with Burn. I think Steve's going to be delighted. Again, Stackington, it's a wee bit maybe uneven, skewed because of the kind of went for it, and there was nobody in the centre midfield, so that's maybe how the guys are bumped up. But no, congratulations to Steve, good win. And again, Ross, it's just finding his feet, and you went the whole game with fucking 10 men. I think you can cut a bit slack. He wouldn't worry too much, but I would certainly start Hippia and Simic next game, 2 at the back.
So we come to the main event of game week 1, your trip to the Vikings. We've got the Haggis new era. It looks very similar, but there are some new names in there. Guigu starts, Jacques starts, and still the most devastating strike pairing possibly ever assembled in the Super League history. How are you feeling ahead of this game?
Once I've seen Jens's team, he's got a good side. I mean, everybody's assembled good sides this season. As I said last season, it was going to be close. It looks like it's going to be close this season. I mean, looking at our 1 to 11 for this formation, it's not the strongest. I mean, Luis Boamorte and Jacques looks fucking pretty shit stat-wise on this, but Mr. Sadler's the state told me that they're going to do bits. I mean, Jacques Taylor last season.
Incredible season last year.
He did, and that's how I was willing to sacrifice Zanetti for him, and that's how. But it's left us a wee bit light at right mid. My plan is, if Bo Morty's not working, we've got Lauren Robert on the bench here, so Robert will be coming on for Bo Morty, and Perez will be going over to the right. That was my backup contingency plan if Bo Morty doesn't go. But Scotty's informed me that if Bo Morty gets minutes, he'll do bits, and I know he can be a good player, but is he good enough right now? We're going to find out. Gomez is a huge miss as well, I've got to say. That aside, we've kept the core of the team. The two centre halves are outstanding, but this is a tough one. In a away game, I'd take a point here if I'm being brutally honest.
Vikings have a fully fit squad to choose from. We've got the return of Jens.
Wow.
Henri leading the line with Brozek behind. Sikoviak with the sexy diag arrow. Ferdinand and Lassisi, the chosen centre-back pairing. Cafu and Balmer maintaining their place again as incredible wing-back options.
You're not going to get much better than that. I love Balmer. Cafu, didn't have to really say anything about him. We all know what he's capable of. Emerson, he's never really done it for. We've never done it for me anyway. I know he's a sublime player. We tried him at DMC and stuff, but it might have been us that sold him to them actually in some far gone different dimension. But I'm sure it was us. His squad's good. Is Henri good enough to lead the line? Remains to be seen. But again, when you've got that fucking power Brozek coming into season 2, he's got some squad there, and I do kind of fear this man for man. He certainly fucking looks like he's got the edge over us. So. It's going to be could be a sore one, this, to be honest with him.
Kimball there pointing out that subs bench. Andre Kaladze, Nedved, Madeira, certainly options in that Vikings team.
It definitely is. It's a good first team squad. So I'll take a draw here all day long, mate. 1-1.
Well, as is tradition, I won't ask you a score prediction. I will just wish you and Jens luck, as nothing happens in the first 18 minutes of the game. Haggis with the first chance of the half. But here come the home side, building a little bit of momentum here. Seem to be getting players in the right areas. Shaq's getting involved. Balmer, Brozek, Sikoviak all being named. Here's Balmer again. And we get to half time. It's come about quite quickly, but the stats suggest it's been quite end to end.
I think we needed to score in that early period when it was a bit of our text, and then the Vikings sort of came into the game more, as you can see, with the 5 shots, 5 on target, with 3. I think we had the better of the early game, and then they certainly came into it a bit more. We've won no headers pretty much, and apart from that, it's quite even. I'm quite pleased. Again, I would fucking take a draw here all day long because they're a very, very good team.
Let's start with the Vikings then, who I think Jens will be quite pleased with how that first half's panned out. Jeremy's with an unusual 6 for him. Sikoviak as well, who seems to be involved a fair little bit, but fairly solid ratings and no clear and obvious conditional issues. So quite possibly an as is coming from Jens. While we wait for that, let me flick over so you can have a look and look at Ibrahim Said there.
He's I've had a few inquiries about him. One in particular, somebody was asking, and I was speaking to him. I was like, he's one of the players that you either love him or you hate him, and it just so happens I'm on the virgin on the side that I do like him more than I dislike him. So he's in there. He's normally he plays on the right of the 3, but I chucked him in there. I had that a few options to think about, but he's just shown that I've maybe picked the right decision there. I'm going to go as is. It's not been that great. What can I just see what Bo Morton that was on? Sorry, I'm half blind here. But Gigu's on a 6, isn't he? Right. Jacques on a 7. Bo Morty, where is he? He's on a 6.
On a 6. Bo Morty's on a 6. Yeah. Petkov's on a 6. Van Nistelrooy's on a 6.
Right. Bo Morty's done fuck all, isn't he? I'm going to go to 60, I think. I'll take the risk. This could come back to bite me.
Let's see how this pans out then.
I think they're going to score. I should have probably changed that.
Jeremy's goes into the book. And then another yellow card handed out.
They're going to score.
As we approach the hour mark, Henri misses a golden opportunity. Rio Ferdinand performing very well on his debut, signing from Exiles. Only Sokoviak now rating a 6 within that 11. Condition-wise, still nothing really to worry about. Be interesting to see what Jens does here. Tomadira, Nedved, both attacking options if he wants to go for it. Kaladze, if he wants to shut up shop a little bit, looking at the Jeremy's yellow card possibly. Plenty for Jens to think about. And it's a straight change. Nedved coming on for Sokoviak. That's it.
I mean, that's some subsidy. Yeah.
As for yourself, there is a 9 still for Saeed, as well as your goalkeeper, Boa Morte and Perez, both on a 6 out wide. Your captain also on a 6. Petkov hasn't improved either, nor has Van Nistelrooy. As for fitness, nothing really there of note.
I'm going to hook Boa Morte for Robert and swap with Perez, please.
Yep.
And I think I may move Vieira and Van Nistelrooy, and that'll do me, thank you.
Just swap them around?
Yeah, that'll do me. I think I'm going to lose this 1 or 2-0 now. I just got the feeling we've not really been in it much. I'm not liking it.
Well, let's find out. And there's Henri with another chance. As Haggis now start to play their way into it. 66 on the clock. Perez getting a bit more involved. Jacques involved as well.
Come on, Jacko. You're useless bad. They're going to score.
Into the final 10 minutes. And here's Jacques. Van Nistelrooy misses the target. Jacques again. Nedved now on the ball. Emerson. Henri, Brozek, Paredes. Side in the way.
They're strong. Very strong.
Guigu, Petkov. Van Nistelrooy.
Oh, you useless big bastard.
Cafu, Nedved.
They're going to score, man. They're going to score.
Still Brozek. Saved by the goalkeeper. 85 on the clock now. It's very, very tense here in the studio. 3 minutes are being added on. Henri, Ferdinand. Still Ferdinand. And there's the goal! And it's the substitute Nedved. Oh, it's been ruled out. It's been ruled out. Nedved had strayed offside.
They're going to score again, though. I could see it coming. They deserved it. They deserve to win this game.
Kick to the home side.
They deserve to win it.
Perez gets it clear. Into injury time.
Love a draw here. Love a draw.
They're going to nick it in the end.
Love
it's
a draw.
Shaq's in injury time. Shaq's in injury time.
God damn, I'll be fucking up. Yes.
Wow.
Scotty boy. Scott Sadler. Scott Sadler. That's all we want, Scott Sadler.
I cannot believe what I have just seen.
That was a good game, that.
Fuck me, if ever a script was written.
Lovely, man. Fucking sorry, Jens. Sorry, that was unfair. They deserved to win that game, I have to say. I did say it. I felt like they'd controlled the whole fucking game. Scott's there. I'm glad he witnessed that. So glad.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I appreciate the stats suggest it was a relatively close game. In true textbook, that's an old school Macca laptop out the window fucking throw, that is, if that's me.
It was a champion. I mean, I even said that I wasn't hiding the fact that I could see them coming in the disallowed goal. I thought they were going to score again. I really did. That's horrible. It's obviously good for us, but it's pretty shit when Jens. I didn't want him to get too disheartened too early, actually, to be fair. But it was a good game, drama. But Vikings outplayed us the whole fucking game. To be honest with you, it was a good game.
It was a very, very good game, very enjoyable. Two teams who I think could do very well this year. I mean, your goalkeeper's picked up man of the match, probably deserves Saeed as well, kept his rating. But Carlos Jacques, picking up where he left off last season, it seems no matter what the strip is, he will do bits.
Unbelievable, mate. That's just bodes so well because I was genuinely worried about that. Boa Morte and Robert things maybe a wee bit, but they look like they've picked up. Perez has got an 8 on the right, and Robert's came on and got a 7, so that's maybe one to look at. But it's the guy they've picked up more second half, and getting an away win first game. Couldn't ask for any more. We stole it, we absolutely robbed it, but I'll take it and run. Good game, Jens, mate.
So the classified results then, as there are wins in every single match. Badgers 3, Fulchester 1, East Coast 3, Sancte 0, Exiles 1, Los Santos 0, Burn 3, Sloths 0, Stackington 1, Dudley 4, Stanley 2, Foss Road 0, and we've just seen Vikings 0, Haggis 1. It means absolutely nothing at this stage, but after one game, Dudley Hill are top, courtesy of goals scored. Sancte bottom, courtesy of their name, I suppose. Although even then, Sloths would be below them, so I'm not sure why Sancte are bottom. So we are, what day are we on? Sunday. So Thursday will be the next round of fixtures. Badgers hosting Burn, East Coast Foss Road, Exiles Dudley Hill, Haggis Los Santos, Stackington Sloths, Stanley Fulchester, and Vikings versus Sancte. Those will be the fixtures on Thursday. Smuts and I imagine, will attempt to record late limbs on Wednesday night ahead of those fixtures, where we will react to the first round of games. There's not much to say other than, I look forward to seeing everyone's reaction to this online. We'll see you again on Thursday. Ian, thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations on the opening day win. And thank you to everyone. I've really enjoyed the chat tonight. So season 15 is off and running. It's been entertaining. Long may this continue. Up the Super League. Good night.
Viva la Super League.